Whenever I think of the Super Mario franchise, the first thing that pops up into my head is Italy and Mario. I mean, Mario is an Italian plumber after all, and, well, that's pretty much all I have. But did you know that Italy actually had its own exclusive Mario World and Mario 64 merchandise lineup? Yeah, of course you probably didn't, because these are super undocumented and nobody's ever talked about them until now. So today I'm going to be showing all the documented Mario World and Mario 64 merchandise from Sun Arrow. So to start off the video, I'll look at the plushes. So there's a ton of Mario variants, and then there's a Yoshi, and I'll talk about the Yoshi later, but let's look at the Marios first. So as of now, I only own the small suction cup Mario and the medium suction cup Mario, and the reason as to why is because, like I said earlier in this video, they are extremely rare, well, at least outside of Italy. You see, the funny thing is, if you live in Italy, you can probably find these in your local thrift shops. I do have a friend over on Discord who actually has claimed to find both the small and medium suction cup Mario in their local thrift shop for at least €1 each, which is extremely cheap compared to eBay prices. Now, looking at the details of the small Mario, it's actually pretty impressive how they crammed a ton of detail into such a tiny plush. Now, the tags are pretty interesting because they have GiG points, and basically what you'd have to do is sadly cut part of the tag off and give the part with the barcode to a storekeeper or just a cashier. And you see how it says due punti, or basically 2 points in English? Yeah, those are GiG points, and basically when you gave it to the cashier or storekeeper, you would basically just win some sort of prize that GiG ran with Nintendo. Now, you may be questioning, who is GiG? And basically GiG, or GiG Electronics, or GiG Electronics as a lot of people like to call them, were kind of like Nintendo's side partner. Kind of like how Tectoy was Sega's side partner in Brazil, except GiG was basically Italy's Nintendo side partner, if that makes any sense. So the next one up is the medium-sized suction cup Mario. Now, this one is a little harder to find because, well, this one is a little more popular, and a lot more people know about this one, making it a little more demanded than the smaller one. So, I mean, both are pretty rare outside of the US, but I'd say the medium one is a little more rare. And as I was just showing you, the emblem is actually embroidered, which was pretty futuristic and pretty unheard of at the time, so props to GiG for doing that. Also, this one is worth 2 punti, or 2 points, in GiG points, and that's pretty interesting because you'd imagine it'd be worth something like 5 points because it's larger, but nope, both this one and the small one are worth 2 GiG points. And this Mario's hair is just something else. Yeah. Also, the reason why I haven't shown the tush tag on both of these is because it's literally the same thing that is on the hang tag. It's basically just the fine print on the hang tag is what I'm saying. Also, the top of the tag says alla carica, which basically translates to go charge. So Mario's telling Yoshi to go charge at the Sun Arrow Mario plush? Are they trying to hurt Sun Arrow Mario? Yoshi, Mario, why would you? So anyways, here they are side by side, and you can tell that they both kind of look the same design-wise, but aesthetic-wise, they look very different. And the medium one actually resembles this Mario plush, the Avanti Mario, which is the first ever plush of Mario as Super Mario. Now, those were only 2 out of the 5 from the Sun Arrow set. The other 3 are just very large variants of what looks to be an Avanti Mario clone. I don't own those, but those seem to be the rarest, especially the largest one. Now, Sun Arrow Yoshi. This is actually the Japanese release that you're looking at, and this is what we think is the GiG release, or the GiG release. Now, the funny thing is that both of these are not Italian. Of course, you knew the first one was a Japanese Yoshi, but this one is actually a German Yoshi. Yeah, there is also a Sun Arrow lineup in Germany with the medium Mario that looks like the Avanti Mario and this Yoshi, and that's pretty much all that's known for the German line. So yeah, back onto the Italian line. So here are the Mario 64 figures. Yeah, they didn't make plushes for the 64 game, but they did make little figures. Now, this first one that I'm showing off is the Super Mario Portachiavi, which is basically a little Mario keychain. Now, this is the most common item out of the whole Italian Sun Arrow lineup. For some reason, nobody really wants this, probably because they were sold everywhere back then. But the reason why he has a soccer ball is because, if I'm not mistaken, this was used as a kind of like a cash grab for when the World Cup happened, and basically the reason why he's wearing that emblem is because he's representing Italy and their team. So this was supposed to be a little World Cup Mario figurine, and it represents Mario from the 64 era. Now, this one is actually pretty interesting because literally nobody has ever shown this one off. This is the Super Mario Anti-Stress, which is basically a stress ball. And since this is so old, basically 1997, it hasn't really held up that well. As you can see, it's really cracked, and it hasn't even been opened up. It's just been sitting in here for years, and it just looks like it's been heavily used. So this is the rarest item from the two, and I've never really seen any documentation of it until I got it, so that was pretty interesting to get it. Also, the Nintendo logo on the packaging is different from the little keychain that I showed just now, so yeah, pretty cool, interesting Mario 64 items. So thank you all for watching. I hope you at least learned something new. I decided to make this video because I know that a lot of people already knew about the Sun Arrow Japanese Mario and Yoshi plushes, but I didn't know if people knew about the Italian ones because those are super undocumented, and I pretty much found at least all of the merch. I know I probably missed like one or two pieces. I swear I did, because I remember at least like one more thing, like an instruction book or something. I don't even remember. It's weird. It's some sort of booklet. I couldn't find any images of it, but if I did, I would include it. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.